So there is a quote that I need you to understand at the very beginning of this video. Whatever you tolerate, you invite more of. That is extremely important when it comes to just anything in life. Whatever you're willing to deal with is going to keep coming your way. So, in the sake of women, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. There is a guy going around right now, I think called like Akash. I've seen this on YouTube recently where like his wife is going out and like having podcasts and stuff, basically saying that she's been passed around and whatnot. And this guy is just like, she's just using him for clout. That is a man that has very low self-respect and is allowing his girlfriend to treat him like garbage and get away with her behavior. That is not acceptable. So in this video, we're going to talk about that. Why women treat men like garbage, or why men with low self-respect get treated like garbage. So before I get into the video, because this is very important, gentlemen, if you like this, please give the video a thumbs up. You're going to help promote it into the algorithm, and I would really appreciate that. Also, if you're a man that's trying to understand women better, I have a program that'll help you. Click the link, watch that video, and then apply to join the program. So men that don't have like a lot of experience with women, so this could be like the younger generation of men, like a younger man, and there are older guys that don't as well, like the men you would say like the incels, if you will, like involuntarily celibate, I think is what an incel is. Well, men like this that don't have experience with women, well, they're not really sure how women like behave. So I've got a lot of experience with women, and I study female behavior pretty religiously just because that's why I film videos like this. And there are very clear differences between a man and a woman, like masculine behavior and feminine behavior. And a lot of this comes down to like self-respect. So if you have a woman right now that is, let's say you guys are out in public somewhere and she's like yelling at you at a restaurant, or she's like making remarks to you at a restaurant when you guys are at a table together, and you know it's loud enough for other people to hear, and you're trying to calm her down and like stop that behavior. Well, like the girl is disrespecting you out in public, and you're trying to like, oh, you're apologizing. Oh my God, babe, I'm sorry. Let me fix this. Okay, it's fine. But like you're basically telling the girl that it's okay to talk to me like that because I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna walk away, but I'm gonna try to like reduce whatever problems are going on right now because your girl's unhappy. That's one example of a girl blatantly disrespecting you out in public, and instead of you putting your foot down and say, hey, don't fucking talk to me like that. We're out in public right now. That's not acceptable. You're being like, baby, oh my God, like what okay, what do you want me to do? Let me fix this, blah, blah, blah. That's one example. Another example I've used in the past is if a girl cheats on you and you take her back just because she apologized or she felt bad for it, because there are men that will take their girlfriends back after she cheats. And if a woman cheats on you, dude, that's because women are emotional. They have to get invested emotionally into another man. That is a huge red flag, but there are men that will do that, which is why I'm using this as an example. So if your girl goes and cheats on you, there is a quote like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't necessarily believe that's true because people can work on themselves, and they could have been in a bad spot in life. And if they've got the help for it, well, then they can stop. But if they don't, and most people don't do the work on themselves, especially if they're not in the wrong or they didn't lose anything. Well, if you take her back and she cheated on you once, why is she not going to cheat on you again? She cheated on you and you took her back. You're basically tolerating that. Like, you know what? I know you cheated on me, but you apologize, and okay, that's fine. There's no, I mean, you apologizing after I got upset, that's fine. Yeah, come back. I'll give you the light that you had with me before. Just don't do it again. You didn't like that's all you did. You think she's probably going to do it again if you guys get in a bad spot, because that's just the type of woman that she is. If my dog goes outside. So today, exactly, like for example, my dog, he knows when he goes outside in the backyard of the house to go pee and then to go poop. If he doesn't go poop, he does not get any freedom in the house until I let him out of the crate to try again. So today, that dog went outside, and I was in a rush to go somewhere. He just started sniffing around, lollygagging, did not poop. So if I was just like, okay, well, you peed and that's it. I know you can go to the bathroom, but you're choosing not to. If I just let him back in the house, he's going to learn, okay, well, I don't have to go to the bathroom whenever I go outside. But if I bring him back inside and put him in the crate, and then if I want to let him out of the crate, we're immediately going outside to go to the bathroom. I'm training my dog to know you go outside, you go number 2, or you do not get freedom. So when I let him out, he goes poop, then he gets freedom, and we go places during the day. That's an example of I'm not tolerating you not going to the bathroom because in the past he has just dumped in random places. And thankfully, there's been times where I didn't have a dog bag on me because I didn't know he was going to do that. And then most of the time I did. Same thing applies with your girlfriend, dude. Like if she's disrespecting you out in public, or if she's like constantly like disrespecting you, like even in the house, like it doesn't have to be in public. But if she's disrespecting you, like the way she talks to you, and you're putting up with that, you're clearly a man that thinks that this girl is above you. Why on earth are you going to be okay with another human being, man or woman? I don't care if it's your girlfriend, dude. If your girl's talking to you like this, she's disrespecting you, as a man, you need to have the self-respect and put her in her place. Set a boundary. You do not talk to me like that. That is not acceptable. Your woman should not be like belittling you, because if she's disrespecting you or belittling you, she probably thinks that she's better than you, or she's got a lot of trauma and she doesn't have a good like history with men. I had an ex-girlfriend that did not have a good history with men, and she did that to me, and I looked at her childhood growing up, and that wasn't good either. So that's what I mean. Like if I kept dating that girl and I kept putting up with that, I would be like miserable, and I was at the time. That's why I broke up with her. I wasn't willing to put up with that. But I have been with girls in the past where they've done stuff and I have put up with that. So I'm speaking from experience, guys. If a girl's doing something and you don't like it, and you don't have the fucking balls to call her out or to walk away, I would say call her out one time. Set a boundary, call her out one time. And if she does it again, you have to walk away from this girl. And listen, I understand that if you're dating a girl or like you're in a relationship or you're married, that it's going to be hard to do that, because like if you're married, clearly you can't just leave. But if you're in a relationship, like if you guys live together, that could be difficult too, but you can still end the relationship. Like listen, I told you not to do that. I am not going to be with a girl that is going to talk to me like this. Okay, we want a girl that's easygoing, easy to get along with, and fun to be around. So like I said earlier, like this also applies to every other aspect of your life. If you have a job right now and your boss is treating you like shit, I mean, you can't just quit that. I mean, you can quit, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like if that's your only source of income, you can't just quit that job. But I would start looking for another place of employment, because this guy is like, if he's constantly disrespecting you and you're putting up with that, you're going to be going to work every day, like walking on eggshells, not knowing if you're going to get fired or not. Whereas if you could find a job at a different location that pays you the same, even if it's a little less, but you're getting treated much better, you're going to be much happier, and that's going to make your life much better. All of this comes down to like the quality of life that you're willing to have. And a lot of men have a hard time, and listen, myself included in the past, bro, I'm admitting that. Now I don't. I don't have this problem now. But in the past, younger Mitchell, I did, which is why I'm able to film these videos. When your emotions for a girl get involved, it's very hard to walk away. But what is more important to you guys? Your peace and happiness and your dignity and like your self-respect, or a woman that you might be occasionally having sex with, and you have a girlfriend, so we have that female companionship, and that's nice, but she's treating you like dog shit, or she's disrespecting you, or she's just eating up your bank account even though you tell her to stop. Like, what's more important? I promise you, gentlemen, that there will always be another girl, as long as you don't go like the MGTOW route where you just stop talking to women completely. I don't know when that next girl is going to get into your life. I don't know. I mean, I've been single for over a year and a half now, and I've dated and hooked up with several girls. So like, if you don't stop talking to girls, there's gonna be more girls, man. There's gonna be more. And if you're younger and you don't have as much experience than me telling you, because I have the experience to know that women come and go. For the most part, girls are never permanently in your life. I have the experience to know that. But if you're younger or you don't have as much experience as I do or other men, you might not, like, you might hear that, you might know that's true, but because you don't have that experience yet of dating multiple girls and whatnot, you're not going to internalize that. And it's going to be harder for you to deal with that. I've got girls now. In the past, if I texted them and they ignored me, I would follow up with them a couple days later. Now, if I text a girl and I get ignored, I'll never text her again. Why? Because I know I live in abundance. I know that I can always just go and meet another girl tomorrow or in a couple days or at some point in time. I know that. So I'm not willing to not be a priority in a girl's life. Like, you're either going to make me a priority and you want to talk to me, or you don't. I'm not going to double text you. I'm not going to chase you. That's feminine behavior. Now, pursuing and chasing are two different things because you know, depending on where you see this, if it's on TikTok, they're going to argue with me. They always do there, but that's the life of TikTok, especially the girls on there. So that's what I want to talk about, guys. Like, you're going to get treated like shit by women if you keep allowing the girl you're with to constantly do that to you. So that's why I set the boundary right there. Tell her one time, hey, I don't like that. Stop doing it. I'm not going to tolerate that. And if she tests you, because women subconsciously test, or even purposely, if she tests you, she's going to see if you actually have the balls as a man to walk away. I think I remember Alpha Male Strategies in one of his videos said that, like, a woman doesn't truly love you until you prove to her that you're willing to walk away. And that's because rejection breeds obsession. So when you're broken up with by a girl, even if you know that relationship was going downhill, she's now all of a sudden the best thing in the world. That's basically what we're doing to girls. So instead of you getting broken up with and going through heartbreak, she's getting broken up with and going through heartbreak. And that's why you have to be able to walk away from women, because from feminine behavior, she needs to know that you're the man and that you're not going to tolerate that. That's one of those things where, like, women they instinctually look for in a man. So if she's walking all over you, she's basically being the man in the relationship. She's being the leader. And you, as the man, your job is to be the leader, not the other way around. Women, like, that's why women date like taller, stronger, richer men. They want men that can lead them, that they can be submissive to. That's just natural feminine behavior. Even, like I said, even if they argue with it. So if she's treating you like garbage and you're putting up with that, you are being submissive. You are being feminine. You are being the woman. You cannot do that. Okay, guys? If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, gentlemen, I can help you understand women better in 60 days or less. That's my guarantee for the program, because I know different men, they go at different paces. I help everything from understanding how to be a man, understanding women, and then meeting girls you've never met, all the way up to, like, you're in a long-term relationship with them. Click the link, watch that video. If you think I can help you, apply to join the program. If you get accepted, book a time to speak with me, and then we'll talk on the phone. So with that being said, gentlemen, if you like this video, check out this one right here. You guys are going to love that one as well. And guys, I'll see you in the next one.